Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Russ. Today I'm going to be giving an analysis on the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix, since it kind of is a really hot topic right now. And I did actually watch all of it. It's called Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. And it is with Evan Peters, and it is directed by Ryan Murphy. And Ryan Murphy is one of the creators of Glee. And a lot of family members of Jeffrey Dahmer's actual victims are pissed over this. And I understand why completely. Because having researched the case and that entire situation myself, I do understand why people are saying that a lot of it is not accurate and a lot of it is a misrepresentation of what actually happened, and a lot of it is disrespectful to the people that were actually involved in that situation. Now, before I go more into detail about this, I want to express my sincerest condolences to the family members of all of his victims. May all of his victims rest in peace. Now, the first episode, it was okay. I mean, I get that they do want to spread awareness with shows like these, but at the same time, if Netflix is going to do something like this, then they should do it in a way that actually honors the victims. I read that Rita Isbell, who is the sister of one of the actual victims, Errol Lindsay, said that Netflix never contacted anybody that was a family member of the victims, never compensated anybody for using their name, likeness, whatever. They just went ahead and made it. And trust me, if I was the family member of a murder victim, I would be pissed as well. I completely get where they are coming from. And then they had the audacity to put it in the LGBTQ section of Netflix. Now, whatever the fuck kind of point they were trying to make with that just went out the window. That is not an LGBTQ show at all. Not in any sense. And at first I was kind of ambivalent towards watching it after looking into that situation, because it's like, it really is sad to see Netflix try to profit off of murder victims. I mean, come on. And then you had, of course, the scene with Christopher Scarver, where we all know what happened there. Christopher Scarver is the prison inmate that beat Jeffrey Dahmer to death with a metal bar, along with Jesse Anderson, who was another murderer, who stabbed his wife and tried to apparently pin it on black men. I'm all for Netflix trying to spread awareness and trying to get the message out there about stuff like this, but I wish that they actually understood that there is a right way and a wrong way to go about talking about these things. Actually get the family members of the victims involved in projects like these if you're going to make projects like these, instead of just going ahead and doing nothing. Just making it without asking them if they're okay with it. Without asking them if they are okay with their names and their likenesses being used in stuff like this. I remember getting on Twitter and seeing Eric Perry, who actually is the cousin of Rita Isbell, being very, very pissed about this, and I can't blame him. I really cannot blame him at all. he said, I'm not telling anyone what to watch. I know true crime media is huge right now, but if you're actually curious about the victims, my family, the Isbels, are pissed about this show. It's re-traumatizing over and over again. And for what? How many movies, shows, documentaries do we need? My cousins wake up every few months at this point with a bunch of calls and messages, and they know there's another Dahmer show. It's cruel. It absolutely is cruel. It really is cruel. It's cruel because none of them were consulted about it. It is wrong to use murder victims for monetary gain. That is my stance on it. That is my 2 cents on it. Do not use murder victims to make money. I get that Evan Peters and Ryan Murphy and Netflix and all of them, I get that their intentions may have been good. But I hope that they understand that at the end of the day, they did a lot more harm than they intended with this. That's why a lot of people are pissed. Because it is disrespecting the dead. Don't get me wrong, I will always think that Evan Peters is an amazing actor. But this was just not it. This was just disrespect, flat out. I hope that Netflix realizes that they fucked up with this, and I hope that they take proactive steps towards bettering themselves when it comes to going about making things about serial killers in the future. Or actually just don't even bother making stuff like this at all anymore. I mean, it is enough. It really is enough. We have enough. We have more than enough stuff about Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, the list goes on. We don't need any more bullshit about these people. We don't need serial killers continuing to be glorified for monetary gain. No offense, but we just don't. All it is disrespecting the victims. That's it. It's not doing anything good. It's doing more harm. People are tired of hearing about these killers. And rightfully so. I don't blame them. I really don't blame them at all. It does nothing but bring up bad memories all over again. And if you thought that the Netflix series was good, if you thought it was trash, as always, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll probably do another review on another Netflix show, should one come out that's actually decent and that's actually not disrespectful and condescending. That's it. Stay safe out there, everybody.